Welcome to the Mussar video blog, and a Chag Sameach to all of you. Here I am in a sukkah, and last week we spoke about the idea of going out into the sukkah, the room without the roof, how we leave behind all the stuff, and the idea that our happiness should not be dependent on this stuff, right? And that's why it's called the Festival of Happiness, because we come in contact with what real happiness is meant to be. So I just want to continue that idea, because it's really, when you think about it, it's a very important spiritual idea. It says that, we're going to read this very soon in the Torah, how each person was created in the image of God. And that's a very big subject. What does that mean, image of God? But in a simple sense, it means that we have a tendency, a desire to emulate God's ways, and we feel good, and we feel fulfilled when we do that. God is the master of everything. So when we create our own destiny, when we do things, when we accomplish things, we feel much better. So we're put in a world where we're challenged with tests. When we rise up, pass the test, work hard, and accomplish something, we feel good. So if we take that idea over to happiness, unfortunately, what's going on is a lot of what we think happiness is what's being fed to us. You know, it's very good for business to make us think that our happiness is dependent on having stuff, because it sells products. But we've been brainwashed into thinking that if I have this, if I can do this, I have this car, this thing, I go to this place for vacation, all this kind of stuff, then I'll be happy. Again, it's good for business, but that's not who we are. We want to be in control of what our happiness really is. So that's another dimension of this idea. We come into the sukkah and we say that my happiness is not dependent on that stuff. I'm not going to let them decide for me what are the criteria for happiness. No, I'm going to come out here, I'm going to be together with God in God's chamber. I'm going to connect with the true self, who I really am, what my life is really about, my holiness, my spirituality, and I am going to decide for myself what the real happiness. I'm going to come in contact with what really, truly makes me happy. Not all that stuff that they're trying to convince me is what I should be happy about. So, there we have it. Another dimension in what the sitting in the sukkah is about, what sitting in this room without a roof is about. That's to leave all that stuff behind, to get in touch with who I really am, and to make that the source of my happiness, and to truly be in control of what my happiness should be and will be. And that's a happiness that they can never, ever take away from me, and that's an eternal happiness, and it can just grow and grow and grow. So I wish to all of you that your happiness should be without bounds. It should keep growing and growing and growing. And a Chag Sameach to all of you. See you next time.